Hey everybody, Tokusa here and welcome back to another My Hero Ultra Impact video. So as you can see on the screen, SS difficulty best Jeanist. We are tackling him once again because we have a special weapon, a secret weapon as you may want to call it. And it's a weapon that most people, I hope anyways, have access to, and that is simply because it is an SR character. So we don't need no fantasy characters, no Impact Fest characters. Well, I guess I have them as my supporting units, but like as the main focus here, no UR characters even to point out here. It's just an SR character, and you may be wondering who? Well, I'm gonna show you in about 2 seconds. The boy Mineta. So, why is Mineta so good in this fight? I'm sure you know by now, but just to give you a super quick recap, power down, as I spam it with my finger here, is massive. Probably the biggest #1 thing that you need in this entire fight. And why is Mineta, this Mineta specifically, hopefully you have him, so good? The cooking Mineta? Well, as you can see, all 3 of his attacks, both his action skills and his plus ultra. 25% power down, 15% power down, and 25% power down. It is beautiful. It just makes it flow. What makes it even better? Look at these cooldown times on these action skills. 4 and 3. I don't even care that one action skill is not doing attacks. It's lowering the power, so he's not able to get a lot of his buffs. He works so damn good in this fight. I hope y'all have him. And the reason why I think he's a good choice is a lot of people that go into these climax battles, including myself, I try to like level up characters like sporadically at the very end. Because thinking, oh damn, I didn't prepare. Because, you know, I never bloody do. I'm just not like that. And like I was trying to invest into a Shigaraki and a Dobby, but like I can only get him to like board 3 or 4 right now because I did not take advantage of the 5 times like rates like I should have. And yeah, so that became a problem. But with Mineta being an SR unit, we did just get the new case file. Hopefully you did not use your SR orbs, because you can slap it onto this character and he's going to do more than okay. And the reasoning for why I say that is I already beat this event with him. Spoiler alert when I do show this video. And all I did was get him to board 9. All I did was use the SR orbs, and I did not touch him any more than that on the basic route. I will be guilty that I have upgraded the peace route a few times, and then for the DX route, I did have a dupe of him, or a couple dupes of him actually. I probably have a bunch. I could actually level him up fully, but I didn't use any stars into him. I must have just got some like throughout time and like all the events that happen like every like month or every half month. So just over time, I was able to get him here just for being a longevity player. Other characters or other players out there can probably get him higher, to be honest, but that is where I have him. So just shows you that he's not even fully invested. He's literally on board 9. I didn't even finish his advanced leveling, as you can see. I got the first part done, but no way in hell I was going to waste the rest of my resources into him. But this is okay. It is more than enough, as you'll see in this fight as we hop in right now. Now, we do have some very juicy support here. We do have, of course, full force young ones on him for the extra crit rate and damage. Deku. If you do have Celebrations Deku, it's the only character, I think, with Mineta that I would highly, sorry, damn well near burped, recommend using in this fight because of just the power amplification. Because you're bringing in Mineta, it's going to be a long fight. By turn 20, after Deku support, you're basically hitting like a UR plus unit. It's just crazy what he does. And then Momo's really just here. I mean, the HP support is, of course, nice, but really it's just the... I don't really have another character that's DST, like Fantasy Ochako, another phenomenal user that lowers action skill cooldown time for the whole team. So I think she's just really here to keep everything just like flowing really, really well. Not that it really matters too much for Mineta because of how low his cooldown rates are, but it's important for the other 2, which I'll explain going into this fight. But if you want to copy my team, you go right ahead. If you want to do different memories, go right ahead. One thing that I will point out before I hop into this fight, I would recommend trying to be faster than best Jeanist. And the best way to find that out only by a certain character is by the final fight or the final phase, which I'll show you when I get there. Why it's so important, because you do need to be able to plus ultra before best Jeanist. So you'll know if you're a faster unit overall, right? As long as you're applying all the debuffs onto him, the power downs, if you have Bakugo, the damage down by blinding him, you hopefully are faster. But yeah, that's the only way that I really know to find out if you're just faster by yourself against Jeanist is in that final phase. But yeah, I'll show you when we get there. But pretty much the very beginning of this fight, right into the final like third of the fight. It's just relatively straightforward. Do your action skill chains in whatever order that you find most comfortable. This being the Mineta spotlight, the Mineta time for him to shine. Even though the boy's just crying 24/7. Literally, it's all the boy does. Oh wait, I mean, it's a little bit weird in the anime too, but in this bloody game, that's all he does is cry. We're actually not even going to plus ultra. I see that we could probably just phase him in normal, so we're just going to do that. We're applying power down every single turn, so I'm not really too worried about what best Jeanist can do here. Alright, we can throw out the plus ultras, so everything should be a-okay. I just think Celebrations Deku with Mineta is super, super important, right? So if you can do that, very, very good. If not, hopefully you can still do it, and maybe we'll have to invest in Mineta a little bit more. I think Fantasy Ochako with her support and the crit rate buff up, it'll probably be enough. 65k, and he bounded... Oh, it didn't really last, but no normal from Best Jeanist, which of course I will take. But yeah, we're just going to keep it up, keep doing the same thing over and over again. And yeah, hopefully we can walk away with a W, which I'm sure we will. And I'll explain. So the most important part of this fight by far is the final phase, as you can see right here, where I am clicking with my finger. That is the only time you need to be a lot more strategic. I will show you all how to get past that, for those that haven't beaten this yet anyways. And look at the damage Mineta does too. This is an SR character, only basic ability board 9, right? This is just what Deku does. Deku support is bar none. It is crazy. And of course he is just regenerating health, like left, right, and center for the whole team, so I'm not really worried about being KO'd whatsoever here, so. 81k, that is super key. I'll explain getting to the final phase to the best of my abilities. I'm not going to give y'all any false information, so I'm just going to tell you what I know. If, you know, like, how to beat him for dummies. That's basically how I'm going to explain it to y'all, because that is the length of my knowledge. So we're getting to the second final phase here, so things are starting to get a little bit more important. As we get closer to the end, I will start to explain what I think is 100% essential to beat Best Jeanist. Now, you may not have Mineta, and you may have, like, DST Shigaraki, you may have DST Dabi, you may have Fantasy Bakugo, you may have Christmas Sue. By the way, Christmas Sue may be the best character in this entire fight. With, like, the UR Shigaraki, the purple one. If he is fully invested, he might be one of the best. But, Mineta, very, you know, friendly to everybody, as in, like, hopefully everybody has him. User-friendly, I guess is what I was trying to say, because he is an SR character, so hopefully, over your time, you have picked this character up. But yeah, that's the main reason I wanted to show him off. Alright, so now we are getting towards the latter half of this fight. Oh, we better not do too much damage. I wasn't expecting a big fat crit there from Momo. Alright, I don't think we will phase him with, Oh, damn, he did a lot of damage. Did we phase him? Oh, we didn't. Okay, that's really good. I actually did way too much damage there. But that's okay, we're gonna be all fine. So, why this is so important. Now, I'm playing it super, like, right on the razor edge there. Like, I am playing with fire. But why I think you need to slow down once you get close to this final phase is you really need your action skills available to you. That's why I brought Fantasy Momo here. She lowers the action skill cooldown times, so if you can make that work with her, or Fantasy Ochako, or even like the Memory Splash, the last year's summer event that came out with the Ochako from the Summerfest, those make your life easier. You don't need them though. You just have to play a lot more strategic. You don't want to like blast the enemy's damage all the way down. You want to just do a bunch of normal attacks, which is what I'm going to do right here. Because you want to make sure you have your action skill attacks available for this final phase. It is essential. You do need them no matter what. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into super details here of why and why do you have to do this, because I'm probably going to give false information, so I'm just going to keep it, like I said, super straightforward. First things first, action skill attacks, you need them. You need to have them all lined up, ready to go. Doesn't have to be an attack. Like right now I'm not attacking. The main thing is Mineta is lowering power, so having a unit that does do that is very, very key. So we're going to get this all done, get the 3-chain attacks, and so far looking very, very good. Why is this important? You need to build up this Pulse Ultra gauge. You need it. Now you see that Deku and Momo have it. Fantastic. Number 2, do not use that Plus Ultra yet once you're in this final phase. I know I said to build it up towards it because of these action skill attacks. That's why you're saving them. You do not want to use it on this turn. It is okay. Do not use it on this turn. Just do your action skill attacks again. Slowly beat this enemy down. Mineta doing his job, throwing that power down. It is beautiful. We should hit really hard with our normal attacks here. 13k for Mineta. My boy is literally... Great Boy there is just slapping the number... what is it? 3 hero at this point. And here is the phase that matters. So here's something that you do not want to do. So like I was explaining. My Mineta is slower. This is a problem. This is where you really test to see if you're faster than best Jeanist or not. If you are slower, like all 3 of your characters are slower, unfortunately, you will have to restart. You cannot let best Jeanist plus Ultra before you. If you do, it's essentially game over. He just gets all his like dumb buffs. He gets his last stand, his resilience. And then if you have somebody with like piercing shot, it just becomes an absolute nightmare because he's just constantly building last stand. So do not bring piercing shot units in here. So yeah, step 1, make sure you have faster units, like these 2. In this case, they are both faster than best Jeanist, so we are a-okay there, as long as they can do their job, which is part 3. So, as you get into this final phase, like I said, you want to have your action skills, your plus ultras built up, and then for this phase specifically, you need to, of course, be faster, but the main thing is to do 70,000 damage towards best Jeanist. I forget what it is. I think it's something called Joyful Taste. I'm not going to go into deep details because I said I would butcher it. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Basically, he gets tons of buffs if you don't do 70,000 damage, and he becomes unkillable and he wins. You need to do 70,000 damage, and then we'll watch right here. He gets absolutely KO'd. So in this case, if you can do the plus ultras to 70,000 damage, which do not let me down, Momo or Deku, 77,000. You know why that's beautiful? I'll show you here right now. Game over. That is all you have to do. Now, easier said than done. Not many. You do have to have a lot of support or a lot of invested characters to do that 70,000 damage. But once you do hit that threshold, the boy Best Jeanist does not get his last stance. He does not get his resilience. He does not get whatever that ability he gets towards the final end, which gives him all the ridiculous, survivability, which basically makes him indestructible. He is just easily destroyed when you have all that available to your hands. So, as you can see, very, very smooth run. Did not struggle whatsoever. And an easy SS victory towards the boy Best Jeanist. So, yeah. Mineta absolutely cooked it here. Just did his job phenomenally. And yeah, couldn't be happier about it. So, to recap, Mineta, SR character. If you have him, use him. Phenomenal. Support him if you can. If you could run the exact same team as I have, you are going to sail through this like no tomorrow. Try to use the memories that I have. The memory that I use on my Momo here is the free-to-play one, right? This is a very, very good one for her because it does scale off HP, which is how she does a lot of damage with her plus ultra. And of course, right here, lowers the cooldown time by 1 up to 3 times for herself. So it works super, super good for her because she does the cooldown times of 5, makes her flow way better than than the way she was built beforehand. So running that is really good. Celebrations Deku, and of course the GOAT Mineta here, which I will go to because I think he deserves the main screen here on the YouTube page to close it off. The boy, absolutely, as you see there, cooked. Just all the powers downs in the world. And yeah, slowly just beat the guy down. Make sure you have a unit like Mineta just to do a lot of power downs. Get into that final phase. Make sure you just normal him down if you have to, unless you timed it perfectly. Just make sure you have your action skill cooldowns, or your action skills in general, going into that final phase. Absolutely essential. Don't use your plus ultras. The whole thing is about the action skills is to build up towards those plus ultras, but do not use them early. Wait till turn 3. Hopefully you are faster than Best Jeanist on turn 3 in the final phase. And if you can slap him with 70k damage with plus ultras, not using piercing shot units, you are sailing to victory. Just like that. Easier said than done. You do need some invested characters, or Celebrations Deku, because he's the most busted unit of all time, just to support you on the side. And you get there like that, and you see there, I did not even have to deal with the last stance or anything like that. And Mineta, even though he didn't plus ultra, him lowering his power down each and every turn, other than the times we normaled, or even then, because some of the buffs lasted for like 2 or 3 turns or whatever they are for his like kit, was doing exactly his job. So the GOAT right there on the screen, you saw what he can do. Now I want to try to beat this with 2 SR characters. I think I might be able to squeeze by with Seiji, so we're going to try that out probably in the next couple days. But hopefully this helps a few of you out there get to that finish line, get over the edge, and beat Best Jeanist, because I know he can be annoying. It's kind of like Redestro, right, with the defense down. Not as annoying as Redestro, but still a much more frustrating climax battle boss compared to, like, Gentle Criminal. You could auto battle that boy. That boy is too easy. This one requires a little bit more game plan, and hopefully this was enough to push everybody over the edge here. So hopefully this advice helped you. So anyways, that'll be it for this one. Hopefully this helped y'all. Thank y'all for watching. SR Mineta. Hopefully you have him. Hopefully you can cook with him. Remember, if you don't have him, Fantasy Bakugo, Christmas Sue, probably Christmas Sue, #1. But Fantasy Bakugo, very good. The purple Bakugo, the Sugar Rocky, all these units are purple. Dobby is also very, very good here. Like, there's a lot of characters that you want to use. Try to avoid piercing shot units like Lady Nagant, even though she has power down and she can crush this event in like 6 turns. She does not help towards that final phase because she makes him invincible. You just don't want to use piercing shots because it's in the kit. It's just part of the thing. If you piercing shot him, he just forever gets last stand. It's very annoying. So, yeah, try to avoid that at all times. Anyways, that's it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, staying right to the end. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. We are so close to 400 subscribers. I think we're like 7 or 8 away or something like that. And there's right before the boy Tokiyami, so that is beautiful. And yeah, 500 by the end of the year. It's gonna be a stretch, probably asking for 100 in that last month, but hey, we might just get there. And then we're halfway towards the big goal, the big 1K. So that's very exciting for me. And I can't thank you all enough for just tuning in each and every day, whenever I can upload, that is. So once again, thank you all for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody out there beat this boy down, Best Jeanist. If not, I'll have other videos and hopefully other characters where I can show off how to beat Best Jeanist. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. See you in the next one. And as always, take care. Tokusa out.